Bright open source.
Yeah. Yo. Woo.
It got really dark
Well,
It's because
because of the light is in the back.
well, maybe.
So, what is this about?
Bright open source in the big picture and what we want to do with our lives and inspirational stuff.
So, talk to me about the big picture forum.
It's a thing. It's a hoop we have to jump through.
It's for me. It's really stressful to actually like do because I'm like I don't know what I want to do with my life. What and then they're asking me all these questions like, what do you want to do? What do you want to become? How do you want to help? I don't know how I want to help. How can I help? So that's kind of what I freak out about while answering those questions, and then normally go for a very simple answer or a very long answer that either way make no sense.
It might be a con, but in my opinion, I can see it help people plan their lives out, or at least their careers at Seabury and in other schools. But mostly, like, I don't know. I feel like it could actually just help things. Get people motivated and knowing what they want to do.
Okay. So, with that being said, how did it help you?
Well, I can never come up with good ideas for projects like science projects, any tech projects, any projects. I'm just like, I don't know, you gave me the option, what should I do? So it kind of helps narrow down or figure out, especially when Adam and Duan come and talk to me about it, because I'll answer a bunch of random or sarcastic or sometimes true answers, being like, I have no idea, and they'll be like, well, make a list of why you want to do this, or make a list of how you want to do this, and then they help me come up with ideas like making my own tea company or doing weird projects like that.
I also think, I think the environment that Adam and Dewan and the whole project proposal and the big picture sort of brings is a healthy one. I feel like it can actually help if used right. But for me, the first couple times I did it, I saw it as a hassle. And I'm like, I do what I want to do, word. But then as they tried to explain it to me, I learned that it's actually helping me get the materials and the start I needed.
So, I'll read off some of the questions. What gets you most excited, energized, and engaged? What do you want to experience? How do you want to grow? What do you want to contribute? If you could tell or teach all adults in the world one thing, what would it be? What would you teach other kids? And where do you see yourself in 1, 5, 10, 50 years? Which is the most difficult question?
Probably the
What do you
one.
want to experience or how you want to grow?
Yeah, that one.
What do you want to experience or how you want to grow is probably
The
a little
hardest.
harder because it's more about you and you're like, I don't know what I want to do.
I don't know, Mike.
Yeah. What do you want to contribute is really scary for me, so I just answer smiles normally because I mean smiles are good, right?
Smiles are good.
So, what was the parents one? Like, what do you want? Like, what would you tell parents? What would you tell
I would
kids?
teach adults that video games are not a waste of time. And I would teach kids that even though they might think they're being cool, they're actually just brats. Teach those to kids. And I know I'm as guilty of that as like anybody else, but those are the two things I teach kids. And teaching is also a learning experience, said someone once.
Well, okay. Well, most of the time for parents, I'm like, don't overprotect your children. Preachy about that because I think, I don't know, overprotecting your children doesn't open them up as much to things that they could be learning and stuff. And then for kids, I'm normally like, have fun. Or I don't have good advice for kids. I'm still a kid.
Oh, one other piece of advice for adults. Quit making the number one rule, have fun. because that just like ensues so many things. You could say, have fun, and then kids might think that decapitating each other is fun. And then they have like a mess on their hands. And it's like, that should not be the number one rule for anything.
Have fun. That is the number one rule. Don't
Have fun, but don't harm each other.
So talk to me about the project proposal.
Oh, so the project proposal kind of like, while you're going through the questions, it makes you think really a lot more about it, because most of the time I'm just like, I have this idea and I'm gonna do it, and then I'm like, wait a second, I need to actually figure out how I'm gonna do this. So it makes you think of like what you'll need, who you'll need to help you, helps you figure out that so you can be a little bit more prepared, like how much time you need, and it's pretty helpful.
And for me, like with my YouTube channel, I was like, I want to be the next PewDiePie and make bajillions of dollars and have a South Park special and do all of this stuff. And then it ended up like, oh wait, this is really hard. I should delegate more time to this. And then I do, and then it's satisfying to see your subscribers slowly trickle up one by one. And I've made $10 so far. It's not a couple million, but it's something.
It's a start.
I want $10.
Bought chips with it.
So what about the self-evaluation?
Oh, it's just like a thing where you can beat yourself up. Like, oh, I think I failed at this. I think I should get an F here.
No.
I didn't do what I wanted. I'm ugly. And then do a bunch of stuff.
No. So the self-evaluation actually makes you think about how much effort you put into it and like how you did on it. And it also asks you like, what are your problems or what would you change? And it kind of just has you reflect over how you did, and it makes you really think about what you tried to do. And I think it's a lot better than like someone else grading you, because you can really see how much effort you actually put into this, and you know how much effort you put into this regardless or not there was an end product or a good end product. So if you like really tried but everything failed and you're just like, you can at least say I tried really hard, and you can be like, it took a lot of time but I got nowhere. Whereas if you could also police yourself, but I mean, I'm sure people will be like, I put into so much effort and didn't, but it's kind of a way to just police yourself.
I think it can actually help you think about your shortcomings and how to improve on them in the future.
Yeah. But what we do is sometimes, like, at the end of the semester, we write up a whole thing about all of our projects, and we kind of get to reflect on all of them. So that helps us think through how we did on them, so at the end of the semester we can be like, yeah, I had some problems here, but I was able to accomplish this, and I learned this. Maybe I would work with it more to try to figure out how to use the tool because I so failed at it, or stuff like that.
And we get to grade ourselves, and I normally give myself a C, and then Adam walks up and goes, Jackson, you don't deserve a C, you're getting an A. And I'm like, that's how I get A's.
I normally give myself like a B or a B plus, and then we talk about it. So he's like, "Why do you think you deserve a B plus? Why do you think you should get a B plus? Why do you want a B plus? Like, why didn't you try to get an A?" And I'll be like, "Well, this is how much effort I put into these, and I feel like this one I really just didn't work on a lot." So stuff like that, we can really reflect on what we did and get to talk about it.
So talk to me about Bright Open Source. What are your thoughts? Any last?
It's a really cool service. They help me a lot, especially starting my business and knowing what I want to do.
Well, Adam and Joanne specifically, because I haven't really dealt with more people from Bright Open Source.
There's other people.
Well, yeah, there's other people. Yeah. So Adam and Joanne specifically, they're always challenging us to like. Well, you're always challenging us to like think about what we want to do next, and what how we want to do it, and stuff like why we want to do it, and what we want to do with our lives in general, and existential crisis. But that's not important. But they're always challenging us to do more and figure out more and have fun. So that's really cool.
Have fun, kids. Number one.